Hey everybody, it's Professor Parish, and we are officially at midterms, which is crazy, right? So I wanted to go over the assignments this week, but I do want to give just a little bit of a housekeeping reminder that we are at midterms for English 109. Now, in order to get out of English 109 and take 121, or if you're taking English 121 at the same time you're taking this class, you do need to get a C or higher in English 109 to not have to retake this course again. So the good news is that we have the other half of the semester left. So if you are having difficulty with assignments or getting all of them completed each week, or if you're not at that C level or higher, the good news is you have enough time to make up for that. The thing is, though, now is crunch time. So if you've not done all the assignments each week or turned assignments in on time, you need to make that push to do that for the remainder of the semester so that you can get that C or higher to not have to retake this class. Now, if you are at a C or higher, my biggest piece of advice would be don't get comfortable. I've had a lot of students that they're making an A around midterm and they're like, I can slack off now and it's fine. No. And the only reason I say that is because the assignments in this class are spread out throughout the entire semester. So if you slack off now, your grade will go down, and I don't want that to happen. So if you've been doing great this semester so far and you have a C or higher, just keep it up. We're halfway there. It's going to go by extremely fast. The first half of the fall semester always seems to go slower than the second half. Once we cross that week 9 threshold, it's going to go by quickly because we have Thanksgiving break coming up. It's escalating towards finals week and winter break. So everything is going to move at a faster pace. Our assignments are not going to we're still going to have the same amount of assignments each week. So don't worry about that. You're good there. But it's going to be consistent. So if you're doing good, keep doing what you're doing. And if you've not been turning in all of your assignments or you've been lacking on some things, it's okay. You have the rest of the semester to make up those grades. But now is the time to get in gear and get ready for the rest of the semester. Okay? So with that being said, I do want to talk about week 9. So I'm going to minimize myself here and I'm going to go to our assignments. If I have not seen your compare and contrast paper draft, you should have it in the discussion forum by Sunday at 11:55. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to look at it before you turn it in. So let's look at week 9. There's a couple assignments that are due this week. One of them is a new type of assignment, and I'm going to go over that with you all. Our compare and contrast paper is due by Sunday. So far the drafts that I've looked at look very good. Some of you just have to polish grammar or add some more details. One big thing that I've noted on a few is just making sure that you're referencing your sources. And in the previous week's video, I've gone over how to do that. So if you've not been watching the lecture videos, I would highly encourage you go back, watch week 8's lecture video, watch the week before that. I do go over how to cite sources and put those into your paper. And I am going to be grading harder on those this week. Now the discussion forum, I'm going to open this up separate just to show you all week 9's discussion forum. Basically, we're going over Todd in the Shadows. I really like him. He reviews music. His big gimmick is that you never see what his face looks like. So that's it. He's Todd in the shadows. You only see his silhouette, and that's how he kind of keeps his anonymity. But what he does is he likes to compare and contrast things, specifically within music. So we're going to round out our compare and contrast unit with this video where Todd in the Shadows compares and contrasts two songs to determine which are better. Which one is the better song. So the video's not long, it's funny, he has a very dry sense of humor, but I think that he's pretty funny, so hopefully you all do too. But your goal with the discussion forum is to watch the video, and then there are 3 questions to answer about the discussion forum. So it's a pretty easy forum this week, should be a lot of fun. Aside from the discussion forum and the paper though, our big assignment is the midterm exam. Now, as you can see here, it's out of 50 points, so it can only be taken one time. However, there is no time limit to this exam. You are not being timed. You can take as long as you like on it, and I would like to show you all a special thing about the exams, because I was not a test taker in high school or college. I'm not a big test taker. I would much rather you write me a paper and, textually explain something than to take a multiple choice test. But that's my opinion. I'm not every teacher. Not every teacher agrees with me on that. So I try to make my tests very accessible for students, especially because I know some of you may have test anxiety, some of you may not be good test takers, some of you may just, I personally was stressed when I had time tests. I didn't like them, so I realized that a lot of students share in that as well. So when you're ready to start the midterm, you can click this blue link here, and I'll show you what happens. What will happen is the test will pop up. Please make sure you have a good, reliable internet connection when you take this test. You are welcome to take it at the college, but technical difficulties will not excuse you from taking this test, so you do need to have a reliable internet connection. As you'll note, there's no time limits on here. There are 17 questions. Most of them are fill in the blank or short answer, so meaning that they're written in your own words. So there's not a lot of multiple choice questions here. Most of them you need to find. You are welcome to use your textbook though, which I hope you take advantage of, because all of these answers are in your textbook. You just have to go back and find them. So they'll give you the question. For example, question 1 here are asking the main differences between writing and talking, and our textbook points that out. So you're just going to type out your answer here, and it shows you here that this question itself is worth 2 points. So 17 questions, 50 points total. Let's say you're starting this test and all of a sudden you get a phone call and you're being told you have to go run an errand, or your friend needs you to come over and help them do something. And you're like, man, what am I going to do? You can save this test. You can save it as many times as you want until you turn it in. So what you'll need to do is where it says Save Progress here, click on that Save Progress button. It will show you when you last saved the test. As long as it has a timestamp there and says last saved, you can click the Exit Exam. And as you'll notice, it now gives you 2 options. You can either turn in the test as is, which I would not do if you're not finished, or you can go take care of your errand, help your friend, come back, and then you can click this Resume Your Midterm. And when you resume it, it's going to take you right back to where you saved. All right? Now, please keep in mind, once you reopen the test, you'll notice that it says progress has never been saved here. Once you reopen it, it treats it like it's just starting right back where you left off. So if you have to get out of this test again, you will have to save it again and go through the same procedure. All right? When you're done, there will be a submit button on the last page of the test. Once you submit, then your test is turned in and you cannot go back and change anything. So just keep that in mind and make sure that you're completely finished with the test before you finish. Otherwise, you're going to get a grade on that test. Okay? And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that's to do with the test. It's due on Sunday. So the only things due this week for midterms are your discussion forum post is due Friday, and then your 2 peer post responses, your midterm test, and your compare and contrast draft are all due Sunday. So we don't have classes on Monday because it'll be Columbus Day. Please note everything is due Sunday though, so please do not forget about that, because I will likely, the holiday we have Monday, I'll likely be grading. So just keep that in mind. But as always, if you have any questions, you are free to let me know. I look forward to reading your compare and contrast drafts, and I wish you all a lot of luck on your midterms this week. Hang in there. We're halfway through, everybody. All right? I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.